So that's it. Everybody's got to play their part. Everybody's got to be a team player, especially in a relationship, a husband-wife relationship, which I'm specifically talking about, and our kids. But when there's a bad relationship, it starts with the husband and wife. The husband and wife have to show by example that they're willing to work on their relationship. And then once the kids see that, the kids are going to want to work on those relationships too. So we lead by example, like we always do. When your kids are young, their bad behaviors, you correct those bad behaviors. You don't hold that against them for the rest of their life. You correct those bad behaviors, and you know what? You have to do that every day. It's constant. It's not just one time fix. It's all the time. You're correcting behaviors, and you lead by example. A child is not going to do what you say if you're not leading by example. They're going to follow your example. They're not going to follow what you say. And that's the thing that we have to learn in life. It's not what we say or it's what we do. And we can say the right things, but if we're not doing the right things, then that's going to lead people to bad behaviors, and it's going to spoil our relationships, and it's going to make your kids not respect you also. So me and my wife need to mend our relationship. We need to throw our toxicity on the table. We don't need to, sorry, I'm shaking, but we don't need to blame each other. Blame is what got me and my wife in this situation and my kids. We blamed each other, and I blamed them because I felt self-conscious, and I really got down on myself, and I took on a lot of other people's problems that I shouldn't have. And sometimes we have to give things to God and pray about it instead of taking it. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and because I wear my heart on my sleeve, that makes it easy for people to hurt me. And I take a lot of that in, and so I take other people's toxicity, and I take other people's negative emotions, and those negative emotions affect me because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I don't protect myself. And I need to learn to protect myself and do better at doing that. So today's moral of this lesson is, there's a tree stump, and that tree stump represents all the toxicity and bad emotions and bad things in your life that have happened to you, that have formed you, that create good and positive things in your life. The positive things you can keep, the negative things you got to go and dig those roots up, dig that tree up, that dead weight, and get rid of that weight. And then you can't do it by yourself. All the other people in your relationship need to make a commitment to, because a relationship is just that. It's a relationship, and it's teamwork. So everybody who's involved in those relationships, whether it's your kids and your wife or whoever it is, your friends, mothers, fathers, whoever, you guys have to come together and you have to work as a team. One person can't do it. And I realize that I can't do it all. I mean, I've taken a lot of the stress on, and I take a lot of the hits, and a lot of people want to blame me and make me out to be the monster, but I'm not. It's not all on me. I take my responsibility, but you have to take your responsibility, and let's come back together at the table. Let's forgive each other. By forgiving each other, we get rid of all that hurt and all that anger. That's what's gonna heal us. By forgiving each other, holding on to that. Here's the thing: you don't do it for the other person. You do it for yourself. You forgive that person. You forgive the person that wronged you for yourself, first off, and hopefully, eventually, you're going to forgive them because you love them and you care about them. But you forgive them for yourself because all that anger and toxicity is going to ruin your blood pressure, ruin your stress, and make your life miserable. So you got to fix those things. So that's our lesson today. Start to unroot your tree. Get rid of that. Start to get rid of all this heavy extra weight, which is emotional stress and toxicity. Once you start to do that, if you need to get extra help because you can't do it yourself, work on your relationships. Get the people in your relationship to work together. If you need to get therapy, which is going to give you the tools to fix your relationship. And then just love one another, forgive one another, love one another, give each other hugs, stop blaming each other, stop the blame. And then know that from now on, start to learn to communicate. You got to learn to communicate with each other, and with your family, and with your kids. And if you're communicating, you're always going to know when things are off. And if you see things off, that's when they need you. They need your strength. We got to be each other's strength. Not all of it, but sometimes I can be strong, and sometimes my wife can be strong, but together we're stronger. And sometimes I need my wife's strength. Sometimes she needs my strength. And we got to remember that. And I think sometimes I've been selfish, and I've let my own weaknesses affect my wife, and it's made her weak. And it's affected our relationship, so we don't want that anymore. So, what do you say, David?
Be respectful.
Be respectful? Do you love me?
Yeah.
I love you too. This is David, my grandson. I love David, and I love my family. So hopefully this is going to give you guys some help and understanding how to dig out all those negative roots and things in your life, that negativity and toxicity, and start to rebuild your relationships and rebuild yourself and have some self-esteem, because God knows I need self-esteem. God knows I need to be forgiven. I love my family. I love you guys. Please forgive me. Once again, this is Jam's Adventures. I'm Jam. Please like and subscribe. And not all of our videos are going to be about this emotional stuff. A lot of our videos are about adventures and things that we've been on. So keep watching. We've got some really good things to share with you about some of the adventures we've been on around the country. All right, thanks guys. Have a good day. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Mushroom got me tripping.